You have a fridge full of leftovers, but you don't like eating the same thing twice in a row? I've got you covered. You need to master the casserole. Our usual suspects today are a half rotisserie chicken, an open pack of bacon, that half an onion in a Ziploc bag that's always hanging around. You get the idea. And with a bit of imagination, we're gonna turn these ingredients into a chicken bacon ranch casserole that tastes way better than the sum of its parts in under an hour. I'm talking minimal dishes, easy, fast, and delicious. Let's get into it. First off, the secret to any good casserole is the dish you cook it in, and today that dish is gonna be a Dutch oven. If you don't have one of these, I want you to know you don't need one of those fancy $400 ones. Any enamel-coated cast iron pot will do, and we're gonna use this type of pot because it could easily go from the stovetop directly into the oven. For example, we're gonna start out by boiling some water and cooking a little bit of pasta, but later on we're gonna be broiling our casserole to get that gooey, delicious melted cheese top. Now, like I said, we want to be using up our leftovers with this dish, so we're going to reach into the depths of our fridge and pantry and pull out whatever we got. The fun part is you can substitute just about any one of the ingredients I'm going to be using for ingredients of your own. If you don't want pasta, you could use potatoes instead. If you don't want it to be creamy, you could swap the dairy with tomato sauce or try something else altogether. It's totally up to you. Here's what my casserole process looks like. Now, starting with the rotisserie chicken, I want to get as much of the meat off the bones as I can and then chop it up. As simple as that, you're done, set it aside. Now, I'll use about half a pack of bacon that I've got in the fridge, and as always, I'm using our very own Capital thick cut bacon. It's naturally wood smoked, as you can see from that beautiful golden color, and I love the way it tastes. Let's take those slices out and give it a rough chop. Keep in mind, bacon shrinks quite a bit once cooked, so if you're following along, you don't have to make these pieces too small. Keeping with the trend of using up what's in our pantry, we're gonna use some garlic and onions. The onions are pretty straightforward. You can decide if you wanna dice them or cut them into straws. Both are fine, but today I feel like straws. I like to try and match my onions up with the rest of my ingredients, and because I'll be using fusilli pasta, which is long and narrow, I think having straws of onion is gonna be a great match. Now for the garlic, we could use garlic or we could use jarlic. And I prefer jarlic in dishes like this for the convenience, and I always have some of this in the fridge. I hate having those stinky garlic fingers for days after I chop garlic, but maybe that's just a me problem, I don't know. Either way, if you're following along but want to use fresh garlic, just remember that 1 teaspoon of the jarred stuff is equal to about 2 cloves of the fresh stuff. If that's too much to remember, then you might want to check out our website, capitalfinemeats.ca/recipes, where we not only post all of our recipes in print-friendly, easy-to-read formats, but we also have a built-in conversion tool that allows you to scale the recipe up or down depending on how many serving sizes you want. I'm serious, it's pretty cool. Anyways, by now, our pasta should be halfway cooked. Strain it and run it under some cold water to stop the cooking process. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey Alex, that's not one pot and you use the strainer and ba. Until someone finds a better way to parboil pasta, this is the best I got, okay? Let's get cooking. In the pot, we're gonna sear our bacon. Once the fat's been rendered out, we're gonna add our onions. A couple minutes after that, we can add a scoop of that garlic. I love saying garlic. Once everything's sauteed and fragrant, we can add in some milk, salt and pepper, Italian seasoning, and some pre-mixed ranch dressing. Also as a tip, if you don't have ranch seasoning, you can make some yourself by mixing dry buttermilk powder, garlic powder, onion powder, mustard powder, dried parsley, dried dill, dried chives, dried tarragon. Maybe it's worth it to just keep a packet of ranch seasoning around, but you could try to make it yourself if you want. I'm gonna go the easy way, I'm just gonna use the ranch packet. Anyways, we can now add our half-cooked pasta and chopped chicken. Put the lid on and stick it in the oven at 425 for 20 minutes. The house smells incredible. Your neighbors are gonna be coming over for dinner because I'm telling you, you can smell this down the block. It's crazy. Pop the top off when the time's up and cover that thing in some cheese. And I mean, make it cheesy, like as cheesy as you want it. You can't overdo the cheese. The cheesier, the better. Cheese it. Then we're gonna stick it under the broiler until it's bubbly and melted. And if you're feeling fancy, you could then hit it with some green onions for a garnish and serve it up hot. Chicken bacon ranch casserole, not bad for leftovers, not bad for cooking quickly, thinking on our feet. Let's see how this tastes. Yeah, Nobody's complaining about that. That's delicious. Now I got new leftovers because I made a ton, but this is the leftovers I'm okay to actually eat twice. The other thing too is chicken bacon ranch is not really something that's like super common. You don't really find that places, you don't buy that places. That's something that you're gonna have to make yourself, and now you know exactly how to do it. But like I said, the best part of this video and the point of this video is not necessarily just to make a chicken bacon ranch, but it's to find creative ways to turn your leftovers into new dishes. And that's exactly what we did here. This tastes phenomenal. So good. Let me get another bite here. I mean, we got a nice bite there with everything on it. This is looking so good. It smells amazing. Try it. You're gonna love it. I actually can't wait to see what you guys have to say about this one in the comments. It's so good. Make it. If you enjoyed this recipe, leave us a comment or hit that like button. And if you love this recipe, hit that subscribe button so you can see more Capital Kitchen. If you need to see more now and you can't wait, check out our page or our website. We post everything everywhere. You'll find us. And I want to thank you for watching. I've been your host, Alexander, and I'll see you next time.